And I don't have all the magical answers, gang. I don't. Okay? I do know this. The first thing you got to do is you got to work on your attitude. People make fun of you. Who cares? Okay? Somebody says it's not the right thing. Hey, you got to know it's the right thing in your heart. And you can only know that by using the products and getting people on the products and having them make comments back to you on how incredible this is. The only way you're going to know that is by being active and starting to make some money yourself and get someone else who starts making some money, and they come to you and say, you know something? I hated my job at IBM, and this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Thank you so much. You got to know that in your heart, gang. And you got to convince yourself. You got to work on yourself every single day. And if you'll get up every morning and you'll work on your own self, because that's your biggest job in Herbalife, okay? You can conquer anything in your life if you want to, if you just keep working on yourself. There's going to be things that happen to you all day long that try to get you sidetracked. There's going to be people that tell you no, and you're going to get sidetracked. But you got one or two choices when you get sidetracked. You can either say, oh, poor, miserable me. Why does it always have to happen to me? And you can keep whining, and you can keep complaining, and you can keep being miserable, or you can say, I'm going to make the best out of it I possibly can, and go back and talk with more enthusiasm to the next person, just like you did. You know how enthusiastic you are when you make 10 sales? It's easy to be excited then, right? Here's when you got real leadership, is when 10 people have said no, and you don't feel good, and 5 of your people have dropped out on you, okay? And someone's making fun of you, and things aren't going right, and 2 straight weeks you've worked till midnight every single night, and the whole thing's falling apart on you. When you can pitch and get your attitude and I gotta say this one, and you faking it till you make it, by acting maybe mentally that it's going to happen, by acting like your best presentation is going to happen, like you just made 10 sales. That's when you got some true leadership. Okay? You can go as far as you want to go, because that's the way it is in Herbalife. And you got to remember, there's a lot of what goes into Herbalife. It's not only just a product, it's not only just a marketing plan, but there's other people in the company that are making this thing happen too. There's thousands and thousands of employees and stuff like that are making this whole thing jive. There's a president's team down here that's in the groove with each other with all the STSs that are going on. That is powerful. We need one team of people in this entire auditorium marching out of this meeting when we go back to our own countries and our own little homes and say, hey, we got the best company in the world. We are the ones. We got the products. We got the leadership. We are the most unbelievable people. We're simply the best.
I want you to write down on your notes here. It's not important where I'm at right now. It's where I can be in the future that's important.
That has really been the miracle of Herbalife. People have always asked me, why is it that so many different people from so many different backgrounds, from so many different cultures, speaking so many different languages, are successful in Herbalife? And it's because of the products. When people get on them, it's unbelievable. Because let me tell you something, gang. If we want to make it a better world, it starts with us. It isn't going to happen at the election. It isn't going to happen through our government. It's going to be through people like ourselves, taking charge with our own lives, taking charge for not only our health, our financial situation, and all of us together. Seriously, I mean, there's not another company I can think of that's having the life-changing type experiences that Herbalife is having, not just here, but throughout the world. And I'll tell you something, together, we can all make this a better world for people to live in. I learned more about my life and more about living and more about what I was doing in business through the hardest times in my life, not through the best times in my life. Because when things are difficult and when things are not good, your true character in life, how much of a man or a woman you're going to be, is that's when it really shows. That's when it shines. That's when you can teach yourself the most. That's when you can teach your children the most. Okay? That's when you can teach your downline the most. That's when you can provide it for your family. Listen, all of our families need someone that they can look up to. And let me tell you, not just our families. It starts family by family, town by town. But let me tell you what we're doing in Herbalife. We're teaching the world how they ought to be able to live. Everybody needs some guidance in this world today. My goodness, if you look at the circumstances in the world today, with the fighting that's going on, with the people that don't love each other, with the people that can't get along with things, where else can we have a room in the world today where there's so many different languages and so many different personalities and so many different religious situations where everybody can come together at one single time with one common bond to help people with better nutrition and to help people better their lives? We got to be the most outstanding leadership that's running this world. Really, this is what it's about.